This is a heartbreaking story. A mother went out to meet men for dates, leaving her 5-year-old daughter locked on the balcony to freeze to death. Even at her daughter's funeral, she showed no trace of remorse. She actually thought that with her daughter gone, she could marry another man. Yet until the very end, the daughter believed her mother was a kind and gentle person, convinced that her mother would come back to unlock the door for her. When the daughter came home from school, she didn't want to disturb her mother's rest, so she sat alone in a corner quietly reading aloud from a book. But even this wasn't enough for her short-tempered mother, who still found the girl too noisy. She violently threw an alarm clock at her daughter. The girl could only apologize desperately, promising she wouldn't read out loud anymore. But then the mother opened the balcony door and threw her daughter roughly onto the balcony. The daughter didn't mind her mother's harsh treatment. Instead, she worried whether the book had been damaged, because it was the only gift her mother had ever given her. The snow outside fell heavier and heavier. Even though the girl tried to focus her attention on reading, her body couldn't withstand the bone-chilling wind. Suddenly, the mother opened the door. The girl thought she was being let back inside to warm up, but instead, the mother scolded her for being a bad child and told her not to interrupt her date. Then she locked the door and windows again, leaving her daughter on the freezing balcony. At that moment, the TV inside was broadcasting about the dangers of hypothermia in winter. A female teacher was flipping through books about child abuse, because that morning at school she had noticed a huge bruise on the girl's neck. The girl had hesitantly claimed she'd fallen. The teacher's suspicions remained, and she decided to visit the girl's home the next day to check on the situation. Meanwhile, the poor girl, pale-faced, was curled up in the corner. The dual assault of hunger and cold made her drowsy. She read her mother's gift to her over and over, trying to stay awake. But her rapidly dropping body temperature eventually took her life. Until her final moment, the girl still believed in her mother's kindness. But her beloved mother never came back. The only person who cared about the girl, the teacher, arrived too late. No matter how many times she pressed the doorbell, no one would answer anymore.